Hi, I had a major acute stroke in my left cerebral artery and open heart surgery to correct it. This means I was paralyzed on my right side, my right foot, my right hand up to my mid forearm, and my face and mouth. I was in a wheelchair. I was left without any language. I simply said nothing. No grunts, no coughing. I was silent. After 2 weeks, I was moved to walking with a walker. I was still hooked up to an IV. I had a tube going through my nose, down my throat to feed me. I stared at people. I still do. I stared more at people. There's something so fascinating about the human race. I would think about how before the stroke, I was always worried about what people thought I was doing right, I was doing wrong. And in reality, they weren't thinking about me. They were thinking about themselves. Everyone's obsessing about themselves and they don't even know it. At about 4 weeks, I was walking more normally. My arm and face were still frozen, but oh well. I started to make sounds. Some of the people who came to see me were not connecting with me, so because I was quiet and they thought I couldn't understand them. So I started to make different sounds, like, ooh, ah. All these kind of sounds, sound effects. I could in fact say a part of the English language, swears. So I'd speak in gibberish and add a swear. So something like this. Fuck you. At about 5 weeks, I was moved from the university hospital to the rehab hospital. Here I had a speech pathologist, a physical therapist, and an occupational therapist. But at 6 weeks, I was moved back to the university hospital to have my heart surgery. It was interesting to be involved with both kinds of old people, heart attack victims and stroke victims, because they both have very different airs about them, very different outcomes. So my heart operation was simple. Basically, they almost let me die, kept me artificially alive. They cut through my skin, broke my breastbone, cut into my heart, cut out the tumor in my left atrium, then stitched me all back up, attached wire stitches to my breastbone so it stays as one. Finally, they used sticky tape to hold me all together. Easy! So it's 6 inches long. The top, I got a sunburn from right after the surgery. It's all keloidy, and down here is all nice and thin, and you can't really see it. So I've never been in so much pain as when I woke up from the heart operation. I think my stroke had affected my perception of pain, so doesn't matter what I was on, it hurt. I spent the rest of the time relearning English at the rehab hospital. They taught me how to live on my own. I got my feeling back in my hand, about 90%, like, yeah, oh yeah. I could smile. Yeah. Oh yeah. I think all in all, with Canada's health care provided, like, it's so wonderful. Without it, I would be like probably dead, because without having the heart operation, I probably would have had more strokes. I couldn't afford the heart, oh my god, like $20,000 in 20 minutes, like, oh. That is all provided free to us, the citizens. I think it is all wonderful. Thank you, Canada.